Alright, well I gotta do a little bit of work up here today. All this mess is coming out today and we gotta put up a new wall. Somewhere right about from there to over there. And that bush has to get moved back and the fence is gotta be cut back. That's one of today's projects. One of many. And man is it friggin' cold out today. I haven't been in the shop yet really this morning. Came out here once to grab something, that was about it. But yeah, you wanna see the temperature? That ain't no joke, 45 degrees out. And it's supposed to be like that all day today. You know, yeah, I gotta put this on the trailer too. PJ was kindly enough to pull this guy off the trailer, off the old trailer. Gotta put that on the new trailers, you know, just to keep the short-haired bitches happy. But anyway, so yeah, so I know I didn't, I forgot about, ooh, that's what I bet you this iced tea is nice and, oh, I bet you it's bad. It might be still drinkable. One day old iced tea, let's find out here. Oop, that ain't going back on. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little grimy. We ain't gonna drink that today. But anyway, so I didn't do the little thing yesterday in order to see how long it'll take to bring the shop up to heat here. So I'm gonna turn the pilot on and we'll get that thing cranking and we'll see how long it takes. So just give me a second. I'll turn the pilot on. I don't leave the pilot on at night just because of reasons and such and different things. So hold on. All right, we got her all lit up. The pilot there. Wish the one thing that I wish about this thing had like an automatic pilot, so that way it, you know, you wouldn't have to leave the gas running. See, the way the system works is it's just a little tiny flame up there, and it just warms this little stick that's up there. And I don't know, I just think it's a waste of gas to leave the pilot on all night long when you're not going to use it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I just turn it off every night. There's a little switch in the back. Kill the switch. And when I come out here on the monitor, just flick it on. But anyway, so I go over here, put that switch on. Let's do a little time frame here. Alright, it's 11:50, and we're at, oh, went up I guess a degree. We're at 46 degrees. Now I have this thing set at, I think it's, yeah, 63. So let's see. Son of a bitch kicked on. Main flames are on. All systems go. Fan will kick on in about 98 seconds. Or 68 seconds, one or the other. So yeah. So we got this engine here. We're going to do a little bit of work on it. We're going to take this guy apart today. This is probably first priority today. Just to get this guy somewhat going. I have to take off the flywheel cover because I don't know if you guys can hear that. It sounds like some of the teeth are still in the flywheel cover, so we'll go ahead take those out just to make sure there's nothing enlarged in there. So, but I'll show you what I'm talking about with the stuck governor. One of these guys. Oh, grab the wrong size, but whatever, it should work. So yeah, last night was pretty damn cold out, I'll tell you that. Holy crap. It was, I got down to like 26 degrees here last night. That was something else. Alright, time for this side. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering how ever to get access to your carburetor, to take the heater box cover off, this is pretty much how you do it. Let's grab a regular screwdriver. Fan just kicked on. Not that one, not that one. Yeah, this one will work. Probably gonna stick this light on right here, this light right there. Probably stick that guy on Craigslist or eBay tonight. Don't need it. I forgot to, gotta get a hold of Dwayne there, find out if he wants it or not, because I know he was looking for a big light. Oop, I forgot about this guy. Pop the choke lever off. Whoa. Damn. Well, I guess we just broke that. Hold on a second. Put the camera down. Wow. I guess that guy was on there. Wasn't coming off anytime soon. It's a good thing we got extras. Let's put that guy right off. Junk. Reminding me of junk, I actually just got caught up watching the Colorado Wilds videos. He went on a trip there to Arizona, I think it is. I quite really remember where he went, but he bought himself another Suburban. Friggin' lucky bastard. Trying to figure what I want from my next truck, whether it be a diesel or a gasser. Oops, sorry. Kinda sort of just lost you guys. Put you guys there for a minute. Having technical difficulties. This guy is wicked seized up. We'll just leave it dangling. It's not really supposed to do it, but this guy here's all seized up there, corroded. Can't do much about it. But yeah, so here's the governor. See how this actually is your governor. You see how this isn't moving? This throttle right here, this gets down over here. You know, see this right here, this is supposed to move. Throttle's stuck because this was always down. That's why I wasn't starting the other day. So we're just going to take a little bit of liquid wrench penetrating fluid there. Try not to trip over the light what I just did. And spray a little bit of this on, get it working. And go there. Spray a little bit in there. You know, that little guy. And take a small little hammer. A manly hammer. Give it a couple whacks that way. Give it a couple whacks this way. Not gonna whack it there because that ain't gonna work. Put the choke in. There it is. Starting to work it in. Nope. Not quite yet. This would be a lot easier with two hands, but there it is. Now it's starting to work its way. It's just stuck a little bit. So now I can actually move it. Spray a little bit more poop on there. Open the choke up. That would help. It's fine if you spray some of the stuff in the carburetor. It's not going to hurt it. It's starting to free up pretty nice actually now. Now obviously this guy here isn't going to do anything. This is your main piece right here. She still needs a little bit more. Got a leaf stuck there. Had a leaf catch on fire once and an exhaust. Went up in a matter of minutes. There we go. Throttle's all freed up. Pretty common problem if you leave your snowblower aside. It's probably going to get stuck. Alright, let's see. No binding, which is good. And there we go. Shouldn't get stuck anymore. Yeah, I think we're all set. Yeah, I think we're all set there. So, anyway, that's how you unstick a governor. Yeah, I mean not a governor, a throttle rather. And this screw right here, this is actually an idle adjustment. So if you want to make it, you know, when you have it, this guy all the way down to your setting, not to where it'll kill the engine. This guy here, if you just back it off just a little bit, you can make the thing idle really nice. But you have to do it when the motor's running. Just don't start unscrewing it, because if you unscrew it all the way, you know, and you go to put it down, most likely it's just going to stop the engine because it's not getting enough fuel mixture and air mixture. So, anyway, just thought I should show you guys that. And holy shit, I keep thinking that's a damn bird there sitting on that window. It's the second time. I have to go on the other side and remove that leaf. I also got to fix that leak that's in this corner. I've pretty much pinpointed on where it's at. I think it's like the third block middle, and it should be somewhere down there. So I'll fix it later on this month. But let's get a little temperature update, should we? 48. Saying 48. What was it? 2 degrees. 11:58. Probably should check this one too. So we just checked that temperature. There's the son of a bitch on this guy. So keep note. Keep note. We're tracking that. So anyway, I gotta go, like I said, do some stuff out front there. Start clearing up the area, and I guess we'll get back to you once I clean up the area. Oh yeah, really nice and warm in here today because it is just freezing out today. Alright, well the heater just kicked off as of 1 minute ago. I ran back in here. I was outside emptying out a lawnmower bag. There you go. So it takes approximately about 30 minutes for this guy to heat up a couple of degrees. So yeah. I'm out of breath and I got a rock in my shoe. So it's not too bad. It was at 45 degrees out when it came in. And it's now 64. So that's 20, yeah, about 20 degrees, we'll say. 20 degrees, so it's about a minute and 25 seconds for this guy to heat up 1 degree in this building. Which is not that bad. Pretty warm in here right now, I can tell you that. Yeah, see these guys starting to cool off, and this guy will kick on when it drops down to like 60, just at 60 degrees. I was at 63, cranks it up to 64, shuts off at 64. We'll turn back on at like 61 or 60, I think it is. So not bad at all. Whew. Anyway, let's go outside. Let's take a look on what we got going on now. Okay, I'm running back in here. Go cup cadet using that guy just to get some of these twigs and branches and stuff all cleaned out. You can actually see some of the main plants now. I guess the city's there emptying out their bins. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, so looks a little bit cleaner. Moving this plant back to right where that fence is, stuck out too far. Moving that rock in, and then new guy going right across. Fish are still in the pond. We still plan on leaving them in there this year. They're around there somewhere. There's 7 of them. We haven't lost one yet, so that's pretty kick-ass. Alright. Tell you what, it's pretty damn cold outside. Just got in here from working on that wall. I'll show you guys that in a second, but it's pretty nice. 65 in here. 40 outside. Freeze your fingers off. Just spent 2 hours food shopping with my mom. Yeah, that friggin' sucked. So, if you live in the United States, I'm sure your state has one of these called BJ's, Wholesale Club, or Costco's, that kind of thing. So they have this special little deal going on where you buy 4 items and you get a free turkey. Woo! Yeah, my mom fell for that deal, and we were at friggin' food shopping for 2 hours. Luckily, she bought me... Actually, that's a good thing I didn't drink that again. I already did that once. She bought me McDonald's. There we go. This is the good stuff. But anyway, let's go take a look at this Great Wall of China. Only took 2.5 hours to build. Came out pretty decent. Man, it's cold out here. How's that look, guys? Look like a million times better now. All nice and straight now. No more angle to it. No more rock and dirt overflowing onto the driveway. Did 2 layers. Pretty good. This is a little opening over here. A little bit of carving. A little bit of carving on the side there. You know, the saw's all on the chainsaw. But it should work out pretty good. Don't have to worry about the truck anymore getting friggin', you know, scraped by that bush right there. It started scraping the past couple of nights, so my mom was parking in here. So move the bush over like I already showed you. And a few other little things. But you know, it looks pretty good. I did a pretty unique design with the blocks. What I did was I had some just some pieces of steel kicking around, kind of sort of like rebar, just pencil rod. And what I did was I did this that way there would be nothing showing on the top. All down below, there the spike goes into about the ground, maybe 9 inches. It goes 9 inches through the ground, and it sticks up almost to right. I did it so there'd be an inch left on the top. Drill the hole right through. You know, only drilled to a certain point up, and then I marked it on the stake, and then you just bang the I don't know, what is this, 4x4, 5x5 log on it, and it just locks in perfectly. You know, it's in there. This thing ain't going anywhere. So yeah, that worked out pretty good. Just sprinkle a little bit of concrete dust, go along there, and you won't have any dirt. Works out pretty good. But anyway, let's go back in here, get warmed up. So now I'm in here. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of work on this guy, get this guy up and running, and yeah, I gotta take off the cover here, the flywheel cover, just to get them breakaway parts there, and should be good to go there. Let's see. Oh yeah, still good. Awesome. Anyway, let's work in here for a little bit. It's nice and warm. My hands are friggin' freezing. Alright, so here's that piece I just ended up replacing off that tecumseh there. Just junk. All rusted up. That was the top part, that's the bottom. It all bubbled up in the scrap metal pile. I would show you the engine, but it just kind of sort of clicked in my head actually. Just put it out in the tarp chamois there. But anyway, the thing ran fine. Couldn't believe it. Didn't have any problems with it. Just swapped out the plug real quick with the pre-owned one. Pre-owned. Everything ran pretty good. Idled really nice. Yeah, so that's all set. I'm gonna stick that on eBay, I think, maybe tomorrow night or something. And I actually got a kid coming in a little while now, in about an hour or so, just to pick up this engine. This 13 horse John Deere. We had 2 of these in just this year, and we finally sold the last of them. We still have those 2 brand new engines sitting in back there, all covered over. You can kind of sort of see it's hidden. I guess Dwayne's going to try and pawn those off onto a power equipment dealership there, and try and trade them for something in the summer, I guess. So, whatever. Actually, that just reminded me, I was looking at this guy over here. This steel chainsaw here, the Wood Boss 028. If anyone's interested in it, I am going to be selling it as is. I'm not even going to really get into it. Just don't have the time to frig around with this stupid thing. It needs new magneto, possibly points. Points could even need to be cleaned. I never really got into it. I just actually pretty much just threw the recoil on, and you know, just threw the rest of the parts on. There's a little parts pile there. Obviously, it's the handle sitting underneath it that needs to be screwed on, but you know, I got all the nuts and bolts and everything in a little baggie. So this guy's actually gonna get stuck on eBay tomorrow night as well. There'll be a 5-day auction on it, and if you're interested, I'll put the link below tomorrow or whenever I list it. So should fetch about $100, I think. You know, still a pretty good saw. It's got lots of compression on it, so not bad, not bad. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that's mainly about it. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and hopefully finish up that damn house. That'd be nice. We're almost there. Hopefully finish her up tomorrow. Get her all painted up, and Bob's your uncle, you know. Yeah. So then I actually just got done making the list again for the parts I need to get for the ZRT 800. Hopefully get that underway maybe end of next month. I mean end of this month. Maybe beginning of next month, hopefully. And we'll have a running sled there, and I can just throw that up in the trailer. And on the way the new trailer goes off to my uncle's house and takes up his space. Oh yeah. So. Oh yeah, I also got away from my uncle there to check the brakes in the trailer. He was supposed to come out today. Actually, must have forgot or something. But anyway, we'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. So, I ain't good until then, guys. See ya.